Hi there, my name is Josh. I'm a general contractor here in Massachusetts, and I started using Truss about 3 months ago, Truss payments. And today I just want to walk you through how exactly I'm using it with JobTread, which is an estimating and construction software that we integrate with, and how we're making it work, and what it looks like real time, and why I love working with Truss and some of the cool features Truss has. So let's jump into JobTread. So what you're going to do for the integration is you're going to, when you first set up your account, actually you're going to have a portal link, which is here. What you're going to do to make that work is you're going to create that portal link as a boilerplate part of all of your invoices and templates. So that's going to be in your settings and document templates. So you can see here we have that link in every one of our invoice templates. So every time we go to release an invoice, it comes through. Now let me walk you through a specific example to show what payment looks like. So if we go to documents here, this is a job we're doing. You can see we've got a draw here for this job. Cool things with Truss. So what makes Truss work is it kind of talks to QuickBooks and then talks to JobTread. So whenever I release this, it automatically goes right into my QuickBooks. And then it also goes into our bill pay system, which I'll show you in a minute. But it's really cool because typically with JobTread, you have either Stripe or Evo, and you have to pay processing fees. Because Truss is a bank and they do things a little differently, they really make the money in different ways instead of charging you a bunch of processing fees. So for us, we haven't paid processing fees in 4 months now, which I absolutely love. So in this invoice, what I've done is release the invoice. And you can see the way the client sees this is, and I can show a preview. This is how the client gets it. You know, we have a little boilerplate thing that it says, it's nothing crazy, but they'll click this and it will bring them to their portal link. Now, because it's recognizing my email, it's not loading, but if this was the customer's email, it would pull up that invoice and allow them to pay right through our payment portal. Why do I love this system even further? I'll keep my camera down here. If they pay this in this portal through our Truss app, one, it automatically syncs to QuickBooks. So there's no manual entry on my end, no marking it paid in the system here. The bookkeeper, it goes right to that job specifically. That's a sub account on QuickBooks. The bookkeeper really has no extra work there, so you might save yourself some bookkeeping fees. And the coolest thing is it gets direct deposited into your Truss account and is, for the most part, immediately liquid. Now, if they do ACH payments or you have a check mobile deposit that you have to do, you have to wait for that to clear. But what makes Truss so cool is they have a debit card. What's really cool is when someone pays through your Truss app, the funds are immediately liquid for your debit card. And I know that's really weird to wrap your mind around, and for me it was too. But the way Truss works is they essentially will make the funds liquid and then withdraw them later. What's really cool is when someone pays through your Truss app, the funds are immediately liquid for your debit card. You want to order those materials that day because the client just paid that $15,000 deposit. You can actually take your debit card, place the order, the funds are liquid, and you can do it within minutes of them paying. I find this really cool for the fact that it creates a speed element that I've never had before. Usually I have to wait for checks to clear, or with payment processors, I have to wait 5, 6, 7 days for large payments to come through to be able to use the card. That's amazing. That's been such a game changer for us. Like, we were doing a deck renovation last year. Client was a great ideal client. They gave us like a $16,000, $17,000 deposit. That same day, I went on Home Depot website and ordered all the materials I needed right away. So I love that about the liquidity of the payments if you have their Truss debit card. Now, another feature I really enjoy is the bill pay, and I want to walk you through what that looks like in JobTread and also in Truss. Bill pay for us has been amazing for our vendors and amazing for us. When we create a purchase order or a bill in JobTread, we can then pay it through the Truss system, but then the Truss system marks it paid in the system. On here, you know, QuickBooks marks it paid, and the expense in QuickBooks is already recorded, no extra manual entry. And the subcontractors love it because they get a payment link. Now, let me show you what that looks like. So I'm going to open up a vendor bill that we have for one of our subcontractors, and you can see that we had a down payment for them. I'm going to open up their bill to show an example. We did, down payment, rough. So the way this works is you have to create a vendor bill. And when you create the vendor bill, it automatically goes to the Truss bill pay system. Instead of writing a check, filling out all the paperwork, sending the photos to the bookkeeper, I now go into Truss and literally click a couple links and click pay bill. I'll show you what that looks like, but I won't finalize one. We're not ready to pay them yet, but let me go into the Truss system here. So that bill that we made here, this vendor bill, right, for $1,013, this is what it looks like when it comes over to Truss. And as a business owner, again, I'm just adding some more benefits to me. I don't sit here on a Friday anymore and write all of my bills out to my subs, check style, and then I don't take all the photos from my bookkeeper. This is essentially a bill pay system as well that integrates with JobTread. So for me, it's been amazing. Let's say I wanted to pay this subcontractor, right? What I would want to do is click add payment, message them, thanks Matt, whatever you want to say. And you're going to get the option to do a payment link, a direct deposit, or a check delivery. I like to choose payment link because I like them to pick what they want, how they want to accept their payment, right? It says right here, send a link via email or text message and let the vendor decide how they accept payment. For me, that's great. I don't want to deal with anybody's direct banking info. Rather, we do have some vendors that prefer check mailed. Well, they can pick that themselves. But let me click next. So this is what it looks like when you get ready to pay this. I could click pay, but this bill is not ready to be paid yet. So that's it. Once it's paid, it's paid. I would come back into here. This would then show paid. This was the deposit. This was another payment. But it would look like this. It would show it's paid in QuickBooks Online. When you go to your documents, it shows it's paid. When you go to your budget tab, if I go to here, let's go to kitchen electrical. You can see here it shows the payment. We got payables here. Look at that. It's real time tracking this for us. That's my take on Truss. Absolutely love it. Love the speed of it. Love the fact that the clients have a bill pay portal. Love the fact that we don't pay any processing fees anymore for anything. I again love that if I have the debit card, it's immediately liquid. And for bill pay on my end, not having to write out a bunch of checks is amazing. And then, of course, all the integrations with QuickBooks, the integrations with JobTread here, the speed at which you can get paid from clients by sending a request for a payment through Truss has just been such a changer. Kudos to Truss. Not going anywhere. Thanks, guys.